I'm David Pickler, your NSBA president, here with NSBA Executive Director Tom Gentzel. It's a new day at NSBA. We're more energized and better prepared than ever before to take on the challenges facing America's public schools.
There is tremendous power in our collective voice. We have the potential to engage 90,000 school board members, representing over 13,000 school districts, as well as millions of public school families and community members who care about their local schools. We can be and must be the most impactful advocacy army in American politics.
We're in this for the 50 million children in America's public schools. Their future is at stake. We can no longer stay silent while our critics are scheming to privatize public schools. We must stand up to those who abandon student achievement and sell off public schools and end local school board governance for their own profit. We must challenge the federal government and stem its encroachment into local governance of public education. And we must ensure that the federal government and the states give local school boards the resources and the flexibility essential for public schools to thrive. Our public education system is in peril. Lawmakers and communities must rally around public education as critical to the future of our nation before it's too late.
We have some well-funded and well-organized adversaries. They have tried to take the high ground by calling themselves reformers, while in reality they are more interested in lining their own pockets rather than serving the interests of students and our country's future. These for-profit schemes simply create a second-tiered system in which charter schools, cyber schools, and vouchers are wholly unregulated business enterprises. These unproven experiments often have no accountability for what students learn or for how they spend taxpayers' money. And the people who are pushing this agenda are the ones who stand to make the most off of public education. What happens to those children at greatest risk when our nation's educational system is bought and sold to the highest bidder?
We must change the conversation through your local school board leadership. We know what works, and we know that public education is thriving, not failing. Each of us witnesses the tremendous accomplishments taking place each day in public schools across our nation. Over the last few months, NSBA has been building a more assertive plan, one that will bring together all our voices to fight for the future of public education. We're focusing on our legal, legislative, and public advocacy agendas, as well as member service.
As part of that, NSBA has adopted a new grassroots advocacy plan, a vision statement about the future of public education, and guiding principles. We've written talking points to help local board members hone their messages, and we have distributed tens of thousands of laminated cards with our talking points on why public education and school boards matter. We've expanded our new Advocacy Institute to bring more school board members to Washington, where they will gain in-depth knowledge and tools to become better advocates for public schools throughout the year. And we are revamping our delegate assembly, which plots the course for our advocacy work each year. We have a new process that allows us to focus on more substantive issues and build a stronger platform. This will result in the adoption of an annual advocacy plan that will guide our legislative, legal, and public advocacy work across the Federation.
Now we need you and your fellow school board members to help us fight and keep the pressure on our lawmakers to ensure that our nation's public schools are the best in the world. We cannot afford to lose ground. Together, we're going to get this done. Let's take our well-informed army of advocates to Capitol Hill and demand that the federal government back off and let local school boards do their jobs.
Let's recruit your fellow school board members and others around the country to join us in this cause and help us stave off all the initiatives from lawmakers and others who are being bought out by special interests. We need school board members to rally troops in your local communities to show the public the hard work of school boards, superintendents, and teachers across America's public schools.
The time is now for our army of advocates to move to the front lines. We cannot wait. We cannot afford to spend all our time on defense. Let's remember the words of the great General George Patton. A good solution applied with vigor now is better than a perfect solution applied 10 minutes later. Take that first step right now, today. Let's get to work.